probably not even sure you're going to be playing a bowl game, and now here you are practicing.
Well, we definitely didn't think we would be playing in a bowl game on Sunday morning, then get a phone call, I guess mid-morning, talking about the possibility of it and making sure we were in great alignment on what we wanted to be able to go do. For us, a no-brainer for our program to have these practices, to be able to be together, to be able to lift the way we're going to be able to lift the next month, and, man, keeping these guys around us to take advantage of this great opportunity that we're going to have on January 2nd. So our guys in the building are incredibly excited about it. Surprised that we get to go do this, but I'm going to take advantage of it. I think it's huge for our program and development.
Beyond just getting the goal, I know it's been the goal from the beginning to get to a bowl game this year. Beyond that, what's the biggest benefit you think for getting this extra month and getting a chance to play that bowl game?
And getting to coach these guys, being on the grass just like we were this morning, being able to be in meetings, an unbelievable opportunity for number one, to be able to get all these reps and to be able to go play in another game before we go kick it off next year. So there's a ton of positives. I think more than anything, the time that we get to spend together, instead of them being gone from finals on Wednesday or Thursday and us not getting them back on campus January 14th, man, what an unbelievable opportunity for us to be able to continue to grow this thing the way we want. And again, our guys are excited about it just like I am.
Coach, with the defensive changes, who's kind of going to be calling the defense?
Yeah, so the thing that I do love is that, again, you got Matt Barnes that has called a bunch of defense and been a coordinator. You got Mac who's called a bunch of defense and been a coordinator. Paul Rhodes, same thing. So we've done a great job of going and putting the plan together. And then as we get closer to game day, we'll talk a little more about game day responsibilities.
What kind of benefits do you see in roster retention, having the guys around, having them engaged with the coaching staff in football, rather than being home and getting?
No, I think it's huge. I think that's another huge advantage. You get away from these guys; they have all this time and an idle mind, and it's not good. And again, for our guys to be able to be focused on what's next, have great intent as we're in the building, be able to be together, I think it's a huge advantage.
Related to that, the fact that not just the retention, but also getting the word to the guys that it's okay, maybe it's time you should think about looking towards the portal as we move forward.
Yeah, and again, we've already had a bunch of conversations with guys as guys have decided to move on, which is the right thing, and I think it gives us some clarity on what we're going to do from a portal standpoint when that hits January 2nd.
So you have new coaches coming in as well. What's their role going to be for you for the next month?
Yeah, for Zach, it's being able to go out and watch these guys practice every day. Like the evaluation of our current roster, I think, is a huge advantage for us. Him having the ability to be in the building and know exactly what holes we have from a roster standpoint, instead of just talking about it and having to watch the game tape. And Zach gets to be on the grass with us today. He's out there right in the middle of the scout team and being able to get those guys ready to roll. So not incredibly involved from a game plan standpoint. Again, just because didn't feel like that was fair to the kids to be able to throw all those changes on them. But for him, man, just being able to evaluate our roster right now and create relationships, there's so much familiarity, obviously. That part has been really natural and really good.
Well, speaking of Zach, when you go through that process, you're looking for a defensive coordinator. I mean, that was kind of shocking to a lot of people, not just in Mississippi State's fan base, because you just don't see that a guy come back that way. But what does that say about him to come back to this spot, and what did you see that you felt like this was a really good fit?
Yeah, I think it says a lot about his time here and how much he loved Mississippi State, and I think that shows up right now. In our initial conversation, there was, excitement about it, and it's a little outside the box, but as I went through the process, it was about getting a guy that understood Mississippi State, that had the knowledge of how we do what we do, who we are as a university, had incredible experience coaching defense in this conference, but not just coaching it, having an incredible amount of success coaching it. And for me, just a ton of excitement, because I know what he's going to be able to bring. The experience that he had as the defensive coordinator here is going to show up in a huge way, and that's what I wanted as we got into that process.
You mentioned the conversation. Did you contact him immediately, or third parties, or how did that go?
No, I did. I contacted him and had our initial conversation, and again, there was excitement. I coached against Zach. Like, I had to prepare for it, and it was not fun, really tough throughout the week. And that's what I want for the other side of the ball. And I thought what he did as much as anything is he played to his personnel. and he put guys in positions of success. Guys played incredibly free and fast and attacking, and that's something that showed up, and that's what we wanted.
So will he coach at all in the bowl game, or
Won't coach in a position and won't be involved in the game plan part of it, but again, he's going to be on the grass with us every day while we're here.
I know a lot of it has to do with how quick they graduate and paperwork and all that, but will any of the 26 signees be able to participate in practice?
With the way the rules have changed, we have very limited spots to be able to bring a couple guys in. We wish we could bring all of them, all these mid-years, but we're in the process of making some decisions on that.
What is the bowl schedule here on campus, your calendar?
Yeah, we'll meet and lift tomorrow morning on Friday. They're going to be off for graduation Saturday morning. We'll have our second practice, and then we'll just go one on, one off, kind of all the way through until we leave on the 23rd. We'll give them 3 days off to be able to get home and spend time for Christmas, then get back here and have a normal game week.
You've added a couple other pieces too with Ben and Matt. Can you speak on their additions and what they're going to bring to your program?
Yeah, Matt, obviously, his time here, I think that was another conversation. The initial conversation was there was great excitement for him to come back, which is exciting again for me. A guy that's coordinated, had good success, had a bunch of other opportunities, and he's chose to come back and be our co-DC and linebacker coach, which is a huge get for us. Keevy Thompson's another guy that we've added to the staff, a guy that's from our state, has incredible recruiting ties, has been known as a great recruiter, went to Oklahoma State from East Mississippi last year, and it comes back home. Another guy that's incredibly excited about being home and being back in this state, so he'll bring great value. And then Bush, a guy that's coordinated at so many different spots, and his coach receivers, his coach QBs, had great success in the NFL, and so his experience in coordinating and coaching multiple positions at great places brings a ton of value, and I think that's a huge get for us. Bush is excited to be here, had a ton of options as well, and chose to be with us, so that's exciting.
How will you structure the practices involving your veterans, and then again that valuation piece there?
Yeah, because of so many guys not being here, right, from a portal standpoint, and just as you get thin towards the end of the season, man, guys are going to get a ton of reps. And with the way we're going to set up practice, that will naturally happen. Want to get a great look at some of these young guys. There's so much to be done in the individual pieces of practice to be able to get these guys on the grass and go coach them, and that's kind of how it'll set up.
How's Camario when he limped off the field in the Egg Bowl there?
Yeah, Camario's doing good. He's done a good job taking care of himself. He's not back to 100%, but he will be shortly, and he feels good.
Take us back to when you found out. You talked about the excitement and everything, but when you told the team, hey guys, we've got more football to play. Nick Mitchell told us after the Egg Bowl they would treat it like a blessing.
Yeah, it was at first it was, okay, where's all these guys at? Because a bunch of these guys had finals that they had already taken. A bunch of the guys were off campus, so we didn't get the team meet initially. We ended up having to push that all the way to Monday at 4, and we still had plenty of guys traveling back. So that was the first piece of it, getting all the guys back here. But again, great excitement, and understand, man, what a great opportunity this is for our program.
How do you anticipate kind of splitting the QB snaps and bowl practices?
Yeah, I mean, Camario will go roll, and then Luke obviously will be incredibly involved and be the two as we get into it.
So is Blake going with the team?
Blake is at home, and he's training, getting ready for really at the end of the day, getting ready for an all-star game, getting ready for pro day and things like that.
Related to that, I think that the NFL's early soft deadlines, like January 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Have you had any conversation with the guys looking at that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys, obviously, that we've addressed that with, that are going to have opportunities to go on and get drafted and have opportunities to come back and continue to create value for themselves. So those conversations are happening right now.
How do you handle some of the guys who've announced that they're transferring? Is there a chance that they could play in this game, or is it if they're gone?
It really is. It's specific to who it is. And as we got here, got back in the building on Monday, we're on the grass this morning. There's nobody that was on the grass this morning that had decided to go in and enter the portal or announce that they were planning on doing it. So again, I think some of those things will come up, but it'll be case by case, and that's college football right now.
Is there anybody that needs a postseason surgery at this point that you know of?
Yeah, we've got a few. We've got a few that are going to delay. We've got a few that are going to go ahead and get it done. So, but we'll handle all that stuff inside.
When do you anticipate making maybe any more coaching hires to your staff? Kind of fill
Yeah,
out?
we've got a couple things coming down the pipe here in the next 7 to 10 days. Excited about a couple other additions that that we're working on right now to finish this thing out and continue to upgrade, man, every way we can.
With all the factors of the portal, the draft, and players opting out, is there an opportunity for some of these younger guys, and is there anyone you've kind of seen, with an opportunity to step up in the depth chart?
Yeah, I think there will be opportunities for those guys. As we get back on the field, we're going to see how some of these guys handle the install. That maybe we're on scout team 90% of the year, and that will make some decisions for us as we get closer to game day.
Do you like mayonnaise?
I do not.
Yeah.
Called it.
But I've never been more excited about having the opportunity to get it dumped on me. But no, I do not. Not even a little bit.
Have you gotten a chance to look into Wake Forest yet much? Or
Yeah, we have. We've dug in, and again, with the team, we started that process this morning. An 8-4 football team they played well. You look at them defensively, they've created a ton of negatives. Been really good against the throw game. Offensively, a QB that runs incredibly tough. They move the pocket. The back's a really good player. They play good team football, and I think they've really done a nice job of maximizing their personnel.